just to ask right, I campaign with the confidence rising. I told WDF don't switch, good times are coming on infinity diving. Fan cams, reactions, watch alongs to the pride of London thriving. The Eagles of South they flying. Keep your eyes on us, we ain't hiding.
Good evening, everyone. And if I sound like I'm distorted or my Wi-Fi is moving bad, I'm sorry. I was just on Dan Potts stream and it was perfect, and now it's acting up. But anyway, big up everyone. Welcome back to Eagle Eye Football. Back to under 21 European champions as well. we got to see armpits finally. We got to see armpits. It's been a pretty decent season. Women winning the championship. Obviously, under 21 winning last night. But we're here to preview. I still think it's a big game, but I think both teams are a bit more relaxed now than they were maybe a couple of weeks back. Against Aston Villa on Sunday at Selhurst Park. JC, how's it going, mate?
Yeah, man, I'm good. I am very happy that Aston Villa have secured Champions League football because if that was not the case, then it would have been a very different game, I'm guessing. Don't get me wrong. I don't think either team is going to take it easy, but the intensity ain't going to be what it would have been if Villa were gunning for Champions League football. But yeah, man, I'm good.
Nicky?
Yeah, all good after yesterday. Great day out. It's an interesting thing for Sunday because two teams that have secured what they wanted to do. Villa, obviously, in the Champions League, absolutely fantastic for them, well deserved with Emery. And look at us, probably finishing top 10, maybe. So, but yeah, no, feeling good about Sunday.
Absolutely, and welcome to our fellow guest today, Billy from the Total Screamers Media. Do I dare ask how you're feeling?
Mate, thank you for having me first off. But yeah, I'm on cloud 9 and I don't know when, if ever, I will come down. It's the fact we're playing Champions League football is so huge. And just like we were saying off stream as well, it's what you grow up dreaming as a kid. I never thought 5 years ago we was in the Championship. I never thought that this day would come that we're one day playing Champions League football, and the fact that it's actually going to happen is it just feels so surreal. So I don't think it's fully sunk in yet. I think when I hear that Champions League music being played at Villa Park, the away days, I just can't wait for it to start now. But at the same time, I'm glad the season's over. I do need a bit of a rest. We've played a lot of games.
No, absolutely, and I'm sure like most of us will share the same sentiment and say, congratulations to you. I'm happy that Villa have made it. I did not want Spurs to just try and nick it and get their last minute and whatnot. And Unai Emery has done a fantastic job with your club. I guess obviously disappointment with your European campaign, but he's now got you to the Champions League, which is crazy. But I'm going to ask you this question. Let's hypothetically say that Spurs did a madness against City and you needed to win on Sunday. Because you don't need to win on Sunday now. So don't turn up, please. How would you have seen the game going on Sunday had you needed to win the game?
It's a question that I'm glad isn't reality. Because I really don't know, to be honest with you. I think nerves around certainly the away section would have been off the charts. And I think that would probably have gone on to the players as well slightly. I mean, everyone would have been up for it, of course. But the longer that game goes on, and obviously you've got Spurs playing Sheffield United, everyone's on their phones and whatnot, it would have just been, it'd have been ridiculous. But in terms of the actual game, I've said for a few weeks now that I didn't expect us to pick up another point in the league. The players have been dead on their feet for the past few weeks. We've played, I think it's only Man City that have played more games than us. and that'll be the FA Cup final. I think it's about 53, 54 games or so that we've played. So it is mad how much football that these players have played, like I say, and the injuries that we've had. It's not always been mentioned in the media. Emery has particularly from Emery at least, the culture that he's set at Villa is a no excuse culture. So yes, we've got these injuries, but it's no excuse. Let's just get on with the job in hand. And yeah, so I don't think it would have gone our way, to be perfectly honest with you. You guys, I've been so impressed the past few weeks with how Palace have turned things around. You know, you got off to a little bit of a shaky start under the new manager, but since then, you've just been playing incredible football, and everyone just looks lightning quick, so sharp. Elise, Eze, everyone's fit as well. So, you know, I've been really impressed with you, and that kind of factors into why I didn't think that we was going to pick up another point all season. Thankfully, we got that one over Liverpool, which also, no matter what happened against Spurs or City, obviously gave us a huge boost with the 2 late goals. So that would probably have carried over. But the way that you guys are playing, I certainly didn't see us winning. That's for certain.
Wow, I feel so much better about this Sunday.
High praise indeed.
No, indeed. You know, I guess it's merited, and once again, like, congratulations to Villa, and I'm sure you're gonna represent in the Champions League really well. And like you said, it gives us just a hope and a dream. And they see, like, obviously we've got a massive summer ahead of us, but what Glasner's done so far can give up a little bit of a hope and a dream that maybe, granted, if we keep some of our players, that Conference League may not be a too distant reality.
I mean, one thing I would say is that, let's not get it wrong, Man United still have something to play for against Brighton, and we also have something to play for against Villa. If they've got their so-called super team and their European team, and we've had such a bad season, if we still finish above those Brighton Donnies, then it's a long day for those guys. So that's the first thing I want to say. We need to, if we win and they lose again, then fingers crossed we'll go above them and we'll actually finish top 10. And I think finishing top 10 is in its own huge for the club, because you can see what Glasner's done in 2.5, 3 months. You can see that the complete philosophy change around the whole club. Like, everyone's playing Glasner's system now. The youth team, the women's team, the first team, everyone's playing Glasner's system now. This complete new methodology of what he's done has just changed this club completely. It's literally just a change of mindset has changed this club from being one of the deadest teams to watch in the whole Premier League. And we were sitting there saying, "Oh man, we got the worst fullbacks in the league. We got the worst this, worst that." And now you look at this team and saying, well, that worst left back in the league is actually really good at going forwards now, if you gave him a little bit more confidence and a little bit more freedom. And now we're doing so well right now. And potentially, because of what Glasner's done in such a short space of time, potentially we could see both Michael and Eze stay in, maybe, because they could see, oh, you know, I've just signed a new 4-year deal. I'm only 6 months into that deal. My release clause is a bit complicated, but these guys are building something here. That's what I signed up for when I signed under Vieira. It went backwards a little bit, but now we've got Glasner. He's the real deal. So maybe I might stay. And I think that if one of them was to go, it'll probably be Mark, because there's no reason for a team like Palace to really have a £70 million centre-back, let's be real. And that money could be used to get a replacement for him for 30, maybe half the price. And then you can use the rest of the money to improve the squad, invest elsewhere. So, you know, the Glasner effect is real. The Glasner effect is real. We'll say that.
it really is. And if you're just turning things back to the Villa, like when we had played them, when they had Gerrard and they came to us early on in the season at Spurs Park, and we just turned them over, we were thinking to ourselves, oh my gosh, we've got we're going to get Steven Gerrard sacked and all of this. Little did we know, good evening.
Yeah. Unai Emery comes in.
Literally turned their fortunes around. Like, what have you made of Unai Emery?
I think Unai Emery, deservedly so, should get Manager of the Year this year. And I know for a fact it's either going to go to Pep or Mikel. I know it's going to go to one of them two because they won the title, big work.
They'll probably give it to Klopp for sympathy.
Oh, Villa are in the Champions League, man. Ranieri settings. We are champion. They are Champions League, man. Come on. The football that they play is amazing. I mean, Ollie Watkins looks like the kind of striker that we saw in his championship days with Brentford. So much so, that he looked like the guy to really take England forward if Kane wasn't certainly a shoo-in for the squad. You've got the midfield is incredible. It's probably one of the best midfields I've seen this season across the whole. I'm loving the background change. sorry, it's all because it is. It's all because
It's not my fault, I promise.
Oh dear. But Emery is Manager of the Year. The points that
I was going to say you're glowing though, JC.
I mean, the makeup's doing his job then, isn't it? That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, no, Villa certainly have deserved their fourth place this season. Just look what they can do this season. Look what they'll do next season. It's a scary thought for the teams in and around the Premier League with Aston Villa. The results that they've managed to accumulate over the season. Again, their midfield is like Douglas Luiz movement this season is incredible. I've already mentioned Watkins, Martinez. I mean, he speaks for himself. But yeah, Villa, absolutely incredible team this season.
Mm-hmm. And also, it might be a little bit of a sour note, but also to think that all of this happened because they forgot to turn on goal line technology against Sheffield. Isn't it?
What I will say about that, there's a couple of things. It comes up a lot, so I'm well equipped to deal with comments like that. The season doesn't finish with 10 games to go. Number one.
I seem to remember it being the last day of the season for some reason.
No,
it wasn't. No,
it was the first game back after lockdown. It was in the first half as well, so there was still another half to go. Who knows what could have happened in that half football? And earlier in the season, a bit closer to home, we had a last-minute goal disallowed. Henry Lansbury on a push for a dive against Jack Grealish. That, in my opinion, was a foul, but he's played the ball, and Henry Lansbury took it home, and wrongfully, in my opinion, it got disallowed. So there's a few things that kind of that I can argue against that. I understand why it often comes up in that, but yeah, it goes a little bit deeper than just a flyaway comment, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Fairs. Let's hit some comments.
So people are clearly liking the makeup studio, so we're gonna get there eventually. So big up Chairman, big up Ol. He hasn't been demonetized as of yet, I don't think, but hopefully not this time. Big up Earth, big up Guna. Hopefully Glasner has a great finish. I will cheer Eagle-Eyed Network peeps can be positive about up the Palace, of course. Technically Spurs fans, Palace will beat Villa, so why you don't want to lose so badly? Proper weirdos. Mate, the Spurs fans doing the pause now when they went 2-0 down was embarrassing. I can't lie. I think no matter what the situation is, you want your team to win. Because the only thing...
And argue with a fan as well.
That was funny. Because put it this way, I remember a few years ago when we were safe and we played Cardiff away. If we even though we were mathematically safe, we could have lost to Cardiff and Brighton would have went down. But no, we went and beat them 4-1, I think. But you want to win, man.
In my opinion, you should always want what's best for your club.
Oh yeah,
and that is to always win no matter what. And the fact that City were there for the taking as well. City didn't play great.
Spurs didn't play badly either.
No, exactly. They could have won that game, and obviously we all know City's record at Spurs as well. So, and obviously it's deep rooted in the club clearly with Angie's comments. So everyone clearly wanted to lose that game. So it is embarrassing. It really is.
Yeah, because a certain man in the group chat was saying that Son missed on purpose.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Shout out Will. Shout out Will. Hit the head loss when that happened from Will was crazy. Alpha here says France has made an enemy of me and me. I can't lie to you. How is Giroud getting in that team?
I'm okay with
Michael and Mateta not getting in there, man?
I'm okay with it. They're not going to get injured.
I get it for selfish reasons, but
Michael always
will still play for the 21s, though. That's the problem. So you'd rather him get injured.
Olympics, I think.
Yeah. You'd rather him get injured at the Euros than at the Olympics, really, wouldn't you? That's what I would. Villa fans really think it's possible to get Elise. Do you agree with some of those or not? Because I have seen that on social media. It's like, oh yeah, okay, go in and sweep Elise easy. Do you agree with those fans or not?
Rich is laughing because he knows my thoughts on this. I think if we paid the money, I think he'll come. But we've got other areas to prioritise first, and whether we'll have 70, 80, however many millions it'll be to get Elise, I don't think we're going to have that left over from prioritising other positions. But if we go, here's however much money that you're asking for, I think we would get him personally.
I think it's PSG, Man City, or Liverpool for me.
Do you reckon Liverpool will go in and get him?
As a Salah
I don't think. Salah might be on his way out.
Yeah, it's true, but Schlott as well. So who knows what he's going to do? He's going to want to put his own stamp on things as well.
That's true.
Yeah, I think he's worked with Johan Bakayoko, who's a very similar style of player. So you never know. That could be something that he wants.
Okay.
Earth is saying at under 21's file, JC got sprinkled in the system and said under 21's got 3 points.
Yeah. JC had an absolute mare.
Oh well.
Oh, and congratulations to Statman Dan, by the way. He's expected.
It's a girl. It's not a derby, it's a rivalry. Yes. The missus' room is always a makeup studio, let's be real. Definitely not going to Villa. Probably Elise. Let's fly through some of these. Rich's Wi-Fi's in a long day. How long till Mateta can declare for England? I mean, he's bold, so he's halfway there. Yeah, big up everyone. Big up Matthew. Tots Mega. Spurs is cursed as they bottle the Champions League now because of the fans. Come on, mate. He wants to win a proper medal, man, not this. Is there Zaha rumours to Aston Villa actually true? I've only seen rumours to West Ham. I haven't seen Villa though.
I think this is a silly season starting early, really.
Yeah, I agree. It's
transfer is more realistic to me than an Elise will be. As a personal opinion.
Going
to kind of the Champions League football.
Yeah, but I don't think it'll happen, to be honest with you. I agree with Nicky. I think it's a bit silly season. I think it's Emery wanted him when he was at the peak of his powers when Emery was back at Arsenal. And I think it's just a continuation of Emery wanted Zaha, so let's finally bring him in when he's actually available, kind of thing. I don't think there's anything in it, personally.
Mm-hmm. Adrian Ancelotti, big up yourself. Tots Mega says, who do you think Glasner will bring in the summer? If there was
Stay
one
tuned for Transfer Weekly then.
Yeah. If there was one player you could list off the top of your head, what would it be?
Who's that free agent from? That was is it Kamada or something like that?
Oh, Napoli, yeah.
No, I can't remember. There's a free agent. Yeah, actually, I think he went to Napoli, but he can still be a free agent.
Yeah,
I think
that's
it's Kamada.
Kamada. Japanese guy.
Yeah, I think it might be him.
I don't know. I think even though I just bigged up Mitchell, Kostic would be a madness.
Oh, player.
Great player.
Nicky?
Got a good cross on him as well, I think.
There's a Rich, you might know. He's Ghanaian winger by the name of Ernest Nuama, who's been between Molenbeek and Lyon. So if we were to lose, even potentially Eze and / or Elise, Nuama fits into that role quite well.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Then again, if you lose Elise, I break the bank for Amari Hutchinson. But let's move on.
All right, JC.
Yes.
How do you see Sunday's game going now?
I mean, I can't. From how we've been playing, I genuinely think that I would probably even still predict we get points against Man City at the moment. That's how confident I am in what Glasner's done for our team and just the form that we're on. Only issue that I might see there is that we're going to have an issue with who's playing next to Wharton. That really decides the whole game for me. Because I don't think he's going to play Lerma because he's saving him, because apparently he's saving him for the Copa America, even though he's fit. Hughes is injured. Ahmad has just got himself sent off, so he can't play. So to me, it's either going to be Gyro or Schlupp playing next to Wharton. So we're going to have a pretty weak midfield. So that's the only point in the team that I'd say I've got a little bit of worry about. But I mean, Wharton does most of the dictating of the play anyway. If Gyro just stands in the right place, we'll be fine. Because that's how good Wharton is. But I have to say, I do think that we will still win. I don't think it'll be as many goals as I predicted in Tapt-Eagle, because I was under the impression that Hughes was going to be back or Ozo wasn't going to play the full 90 in the game. Because if he didn't play the full 90, I reckon we would have played Ozo. But yeah, I think we'll win. I'm not going to lie to you. I think we'll win. The confidence I've got in this team right now, I don't think anyone can stop us. But famous last words, though. Am I right?
Famous last words, as always.
Is Hughes confirmed out though?
5 weeks.
Damn.
Thankfully for you guys, it's the end of the season.
Yeah, but damn.
Don't worry, we've had many injury crises this season. I think 3 or 4. No,
5 weeks.
What actually happened to him?
he went on a.
He jarred his knee.
He did no. He went to do a 50-50 with Cunha, and basically Cunha was on the move while Hughes was standing still, and then basically it went knee to knee, and he done his knee, and literally he got up and walked straight off the pitch, straight down the tunnel. So
damn. All right then. Well, thankfully, my predictions, I've gone for a low scoring game. Again, I still think we'll win. I've only gone for a 2-1 win here. But as JC said, despite probably the glaring thing will be the midfield, who is going to be right next to Wharton for this game. Could be Gyro, could be Schlupp. I reckon we'll see this game through, but it's not going to be as cut and dry as I think many Palace fans who are coming into this game hoping for a win would probably think, because Villa, they can rest on their laurels now. But they'll still want to give their fans, a nice send off going into the summer. So I wouldn't be surprised if this does end as a score draw. There's goals in this game for sure, with both strikers who are in great form this season. But yeah, 2-1 for me for Palace.
Like I said earlier, I'm just glad that Villa have secured Champions League football, so I can sit and watch this game in peace, and not to be nervous about it. But I actually think there's going to be goals in this.
Yeah,
I'm going.
I don't think I said my
I'm going.
prediction.
No, you haven't. But I'm looking at like a 3-2.
Oh, I went 4-2.
Nate's gone 3-2 as well.
I'm going 2-1.
Oh wait, have you man put your predictions in already for the weekend?
I have.
I haven't.
So has Martin, and so has Nathan.
All right,
Interestingly, Martin has gone Palace 1, Villa 2. You got to back your own team, to be fair.
Fair play, Martin. Fair play. All right, let's do this combined 11. Should we just do it if it's the best available selection and see how that looks?
Okay, so how we do this is normally we do this as a combined 11. So you pick the full team. You need to have at least 3 players from each team. So you can't have a full Villa team. You have to have at least 3 Palace players in there. Purely because when we did this against City a few years ago, we had a full City team, and we're thinking, well, what's the point in having a combined 11 in that case? Normally, we would do it twice. We'll do it normal way. So we're going to do it twice. So the first time around, you can only pick people who are available for this game. So only people that are fit and only people that aren't suspended. And then we'll go back through it again where everyone's fit, build the best team possible with still the 3 players from each team. So we will ask you, what formation would you like to start with?
I'll go for a 4-4-2 because this is how Villa play.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
I'm not going to ask you a goalkeeper.
There's only one answer, and he's the best in the world.
I wouldn't go that far, but...
Yeah, his flappy hands on the midweek was a bit mad.
Yeah.
There's no need to bring that up.
The over-the-shoulder throw was quite nice.
My bad.
Rich, I thought the over-the-shoulder back pass was nice. What do you think?
With a little bit of added punch.
Yeah. All right.
No, we've had our fair share of howling people, so yeah.
Yeah, well, have you seen Henderson's one a few weeks ago?
Yeah, I did see that.
I still love your comment on that one, JC. Tried to say pure vibes.
No, he tried to say it. No, he tried to save it with his aura.
That's it. I stand corrected. Thank you.
Let's go with left back.
Left back for me, I've got to say Luke Dean. Based on this season and longevity in the Premier League, I think he's been fantastic. He's been crucial for us a bit this season as well, particularly at the beginning of the season when we had Moreno out as well. So yeah, I think he's a great player, to be honest with you. High wages, mine. Very high wages.
Right back.
Right back, I'm going to go with Konza because one of your centre-back slots is going to be in defence. And that will be Anderson. I'm a huge fan of Anderson. I really, really like him.
And who would your other centre-back be?
My other centre-back will be Pau Torres. I've been so impressed. I knew that he was a good player, obviously. But the way that he's come in and dictates the play for us, when he was out injured is when we severely dropped off around kind of Christmas time. I can't remember I think he got injured it was either the Villa we played either Arsenal or Brentford when we beat Arsenal and Man City in the same week. He played in both of them games, but I don't think he was available for the Sheffield United game that we drew, where if we won, we was top for Christmas. And we went on a little bit of a ropey patch, and it was pretty much down to him being out injured. Quality player. On the ball play, fantastic. Physicality is obviously lacking a little bit, but what else he brings is it just outweighs it, really.
Who would your two midfielders
This midfield's going to be crazy.
So my midfield is my two centre midfielders, Douglas Luiz and Wharton.
Someone big's missing out. No matter what we do, someone big is going to be missing out.
Yeah.
What Will Hughes?
Yeah, this is only players that are fit, right?
Yeah.
And then my two wingers on the left, I'm gonna. Oh.
This is actually hard. I'm trying to think of it myself. I can't do it.
On the right, I'm going Leon Bailey. His goals and assists this season have been, I mean, they speak for itself. He's been phenomenal for us. On the left, just stick Watkins in up top already for me. I'm trying to think. Oh man.
Oh, Rich, big up to you. Yeah, we'll shout you. Come, we'll look to meet up on Sunday. Are you, you live in Spain? I was going to ask you if you're down, Billy. You live in Spain. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I wish I was. I've actually always wanted to go to Selhurst. But no, I wish I was. The atmosphere is going to be bouncing in that away end. But man, I'm struggling with these last two picks.
And this is the team if it's only the fit players. We ain't even done all the players. Oh my gosh.
Elise has to be in here. Elise has to be in here.
But he plays in Bailey's position, though. He doesn't play anywhere else.
Swap Watkins round for the other striker, and I'm going to have Elise as like a second striker, 10 kind of player off the wing.
Okay.
Because that's like how we play. Watkins is the prime striker, and then we've had Tielemans there a lot this season as well, kind of supporting him. So imagine Elise is a little bit of a 10 off the right, and then this last pick, I feel so harsh leaving Tielemans out because he's been so good for us this season, but it has to be Super John McGinn. But that's leaving out Eze and Mateta. And I understand that from a Palace point of view, that is probably a shambles. And I completely get it. And I understand it because they are top players. But I can only pick what I can pick. So that's probably my... I'm thinking as well the way that Villa play. Because like I say, with Elise being that kind of number 10 and Bailey being the winger, McGinn tucks in as a little bit of a 10 as well, but he also tracks back.
Are you sure that Bailey can't play on the other side?
Not really, no. He's played out on that right wing all season. Mm-hmm. Why?
I was thinking more put Elise where Bailey is, Bailey where McGinn is, and then Eze in the middle where Elise is.
That's fair as well. Yeah.
But this is your team, mate, so don't you worry.
Yeah, look, if it's my team, I really don't like it when I come across as really biased either. This is why I'm saying, like, I know that I'm leaving a lot of top quality players out, so I understand how good they are as well. But I think
I'm not gonna lie, I'm struggling with this. Like, I'm even trying to change the formation. Guys in the chat, put your 11 in. Put your combined 11 in. Bear in mind, this is for the first one, so only the players that are fit or not suspended. This is actually doing my head in.
Well, I can't lie to you. Now we're gonna go through it and say everyone's fit, and now it's even more of a headache. Because now I'm sitting here saying, is Decore better than Wharton? And I don't know.
Is Kamara better than either of them?
Yes, Kamara.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. In that case, I would put Kamara in the middle as well, and take McGinn out and put Eze there. Diaby's not really been at it as much as what I was expecting this season. He's very good for us, but he has failed to deceive a little bit. I think when he first came in and he really hit the ground running, but since then he's been a little bit inconsistent. Some games he'll be quality, other games not so much, and he hasn't really been starting every week either. So for that reason, I can't put Diaby in there. So I do slightly disagree with that comment.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Moss had a mare. Putting Henderson over Martinez, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Sorry,
that is crazy. To be fair, Ed, you're not the only one. I'm literally sitting there saying, but at the same time, with me saying I'm trying to fight for Mateta to be, it means that one of Eze or the likes of Bailey or that, and these are players who have played well, by the way, have to miss out. This is crazy.
It's really not easy.
I'm still fighting. Boys, who is better, Wharton or Decore? I don't know.
Do you know what? But just based off this half of the season, I'm going Wharton.
No, but if this is with no one fit, like everyone, I'm going check.
But Decore carried us for the last 2 years in that midfield.
Yeah, that's true.
On his own.
Literally carrying us. I'm saying check.
I'm sticking with Adam. I'm going to stick with Adam Wharton there.
Here's what I'll say: Wharton will be better, but Czech has been better.
Just not yet.
There we go. That's how I'm rationalizing.
These are some good teams, by the way. Like it's very like balanced. Yeah. And sorry, Billy, your face is proper like cut off because of it. But
it's all right. Don't worry.
Don't worry. We can just move Nicky down there.
This is tough.
I can't lie. If everyone's fit, I feel like Kamara's got to be in there as well.
I agree. I would change it for Louise.
Is Kamara better than Louise?
They're different players. Louise is more of an 8, whereas Kamara's more of a 6. So it depends what you're kind of asking them to do. If Decore is going to be that number 6, then Kamara's the better player. No, sorry. If you're going to have Decore as that 6, then Louise is the better player. If Decore is going to be the 8, then Kamara's the better player. If you see what I'm saying.
I know Elise takes a hit from this. Actually, wait. I'm sorry, but Konza can't be in there. Oh, Cash. Oh, no.
No, Cash, he's awful, trust me.
Okay, Munoz.
I'm still going Munoz. Munoz definitely over Cash.
Thanks, Munoz.
Okay, I'm not going to lie. That team... I know Elise's not there, but that team cooks.
I would say swap Torres for Konza, because out of the 2 players, Konza's the better.
Yeah, I'd switch Bailey for Elise anyway. Or do we not have the 3? Oh, we do have the 3.
You got 5.
That's
6.
But then again, I'll be fighting for Mark over Konza. No?
Yeah, Gay's better
I've
than Konsa.
I've not seen as much Palace as you have, but Rich,
Konsa's good,
you
but
probably know
Gay's
my
better.
opinions on Konsa. I can't back down from them because I've said that I'll die on a hill, and I'll die on a hill, and I think he's England's best defender.
Third best.
In your opinion?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gay,
John
Maguire, then him.
Stones. John Stones, Mark Gay, then Konsa. And then Tomori.
Oh, nah, Konsa has to be in there. In my opinion,
the duality of man in the comments. Gay is not
Literally.
better than Konsa, and then Konsa's not for me.
But this is what we love. It's fan opinion.
Mhm.
Because the thing is,
So-
we could pick and choose and swap this team around as much as we want, but we'll never
It
be
will
happy.
still
with it.
be.
no,
we'll
that's
never be
the
happy.
problem.
And-
There's so many good players that are missing out, and that will miss out.
Yeah. So are we officially saying now we can totally agree that Palace Villa combined is the hardest one to navigate?
I think this is the only one we've actually struggled navigating.
Mhm.
The only one we've ever disagreed or had an argument about it. Because all the others like, yeah. All right, cool. But nah, man.
This one has been difficult.
Yeah,
It has been.
Because even then, you could ask, is Wharton better than Louise? And then you're thinking, oh, it's just a long day again.
No, but Louise has had an incredible season, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course. But I'm just playing devil's advocate here. Like, you could literally put like 5 players
So-
could start in this midfield.
you could mix and match any four
Rich,
of them.
I'm
really,
sorry,
couldn't you?
Rich. I hate this argument. We had Roy Hodgson. Judge us with Glasner, please. Judge us with Glasner.
It is such a hard.
Sorry, Elise being taken out just hurt my heart. Sorry, that I feel offended.
Would you not have Elise over Eze in a theoretical combined 11?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Elise is just clear.
That's funny because it was only a comment on Twitter I saw a few weeks ago that why do the wider football fans think that Eze is better than Elise when so clearly to Palace fans Elise is clear of Eze. It's weird because
They've just seen him play more games this season. I think that's
probably, yeah, and I always thought that as well. But since I clocked on to how Palace fans kind of feel about that, and you properly watch both of them, I get why it's a bit baffling for you.
I think what I would say is both of them are brilliant. However, Eze is good because he makes other people look good. However, Elise is brilliant on his own.
Mhm.
Right, okay, yeah.
So, for example, when Eze has been fit and Elise has been injured, Eze does go missing quite a bit. So that's why, however, when Elise plays, he's always top quality, even without Eze in the team. That's why we think Elise is so clear.
And that's fair enough, yeah.
Boy, do they complement each other so well, though.
Together, it's probably one of the best duos in the Premier League. Well, it probably is the best duo in the Premier League at the moment. On recent
Their
form.
output's stupid.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I believe they're undefeated when playing together. Well, I
Yeah,
believe.
they're undefeated when starting together, and I think when they play together, I think
Is that
they
under
average-
Roy as well?
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, and this is them finishing the match well. It only didn't happen against Luton away.
I'm
Eze came
sure.
off
I'm
injured.
sure when they start together, I'm sure that it's like we average 2.5 goals every game they play
Yeah,
together.
It's ridiculous.
It's something stupid
That
like
is
that.
mental. Do you think both of them will stay?
There's a good chance. They've both got stupid release clauses.
I think one. I think Eze will stay.
I think both of them will stay because, as Rich said when we came on live, it's the fact that we're building. It's the fact that there is a plan here. There is an obvious plan going forward. Yeah, I reckon we'll get them for next season just to see what happens because you never know.
Yeah.
string a couple good fixtures together, get a fair
Yeah.
few results, and who knows? We could
For
end
me-
up.
I
For
think
me,
as
I'd want
a
to keep
fan
them
base,
both
yeah,
and sell Mark because I think that
Sell
that's
Mark,
probably
yeah.
the best thing to do. But I do
and
think
bump
that
up
if
their
one of
wages,
I think they already got bumped up to 100 and something grand a week when they signed
bump it
their
up
new
a little
deal.
bit more. Then sell Mark
Yeah,
and just give them a
but
little
there's
bit more
gonna be
change.
teams out there that are willing
Yeah.
to give them more than
Yeah.
that.
But what I would say is, if we had to sell one, I would sell Eze for the
Same.
fact that he's older and he's
Mhm.
probably close to a time where he wants that big move.
Yeah,
And also, I do think that França can come into that position that Eze's in. So potentially we have a replacement there ready to go.
yeah.
Whereas França cannot replace Elise. Elise, in my opinion, at the moment is currently irreplaceable.
Yeah.
He actually is,
Probably
yeah.
in world football as well. Like the only one that comes close is maybe Sule, who's on loan from Juventus.
Mm.
But other than that, I don't think you can find another player anything like him in the world.
It's interesting. So I've obviously gone through a similar thing with Grealish and that. And, you know, when I thought that we was all on the same page and we saw that progression, obviously we stayed up on the last day of the season. We then finish 11th the next season. I'm thinking in my mind, it's constant progression, season on season. He stayed with us in the championship, got promoted, stayed up. Now we're 11th. Now it's time for us to kick on, and with the ambitious owners and that. And then he leaves. So I thought, from advice from someone that's gone through it personally with a so-called boyhood Villa fan, please don't get your hopes up, because there is a chance that you'll be disappointed as well. But it
the thing
seems
is,
like
I
you all
wouldn't be
know
upset.
that there's a chance that he's going. So
Yeah. Then again, I wouldn't be upset if we got 100 million for him, though. That's the thing.
of course, yeah, of course. And obviously it depends how you spend that 100 million, but look at the signings that you've made previously and recently as well. You've not, as far as I'm aware at least, you've not really had too many big misses. So
Yeah, we haven't spent big for a while, actually. And that's credit to Dougie Freeman, who is probably the biggest transfer we need to keep hold of.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say,
Freeman.
Do you think he stays as well?
I don't. I'm worried about Son, you know.
Well, the rumours have gone quiet on Dougie to Newcastle over the last 48 to 72 hours. We're not seeing a lot of it at the moment, which, I mean, you can take that either way. You can take that saying, "Oh, rumours have died," which means it's signed, sealed, and just waiting to be delivered, or it's the fact that Dougie's probably just been like, "What are you lot talking about? I'm staying here, mate." Because Palace fans, we all know the history with Dougie.
He's done it before.
He's done it before, but remember, during that documentary, he full on said that it was a massive regret for him to leave when he did, in the manner in which he did. I think he's still like one-on-one with the club. He's still on the same level, so 100.
But you would also say that the Newcastle project is probably something very enticing for him, because as someone that can pick a player for no money, imagine what he could do if he has unlimited money.
Yeah,
really, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
What I would say as well, though, it doesn't always correlate, if you know what I mean. Just because they're good at picking someone with little money, it doesn't mean that as soon as they then get a big budget, that he's going to be able to do the same. But I suppose even if he has that big budget, he's still going to have the skill set to pick out those little gems, isn't he? Because, bringing someone in like Elise for 7 million that you did, and then 2 seasons later, him turning into an absolute world beater and selling him for 100 million or so, that's what you want as a club. It's a business as well at the end of the day. So,
and Newcastle, you have to remember, Newcastle and Palace are quite similar in terms of setups. Inside that, the Tyneside is massive catchment area. There's not a lot of academy players who go up to Sunderland or Borough. No, the journey is through Newcastle. That is a city's club.
Yeah.
With Palace, we are the top academy in this catchment area of London, capital city. Like, look how far our reach extends in terms of players that we brought in, even going back 10 plus years ago, all the way up to now. So it's quite interesting.
It's only really come about now. Now that we're a Cat 1 academy, though, because when we was Cat B, it was a thing where, like, Charlton and Millwall, we was all fighting over the same players, and then a Cat 1 academy like Chelsea just come in and swoop up our player, and there's nothing we could do about it. But now that we're the only Cat 1 academy in South London, we're have control of that whole place. So Chelsea and Arsenal, they can't come and just grab our players. If they want them, they've got to pay for them now. They can't just grab them for peanuts. So it's good, but we're gonna see the benefits of the academy in a few years, because there are a few people in that under-21s team that I can see making it. Like, I can see Trialers B making it, let's say. Jury's still out a bit on Jez. Jury's still out a bit on Jez, I have to admit. But
yeah, there are some comments there.
Ozil's going to make it 100%. And
we've got Ronan here, who said Raksak to replace Elise, hopefully, if he leaves. And Spiritual saying Elise is not irreplaceable. I believe Raksaki can replace him. I would say, looking at the two of them, Jez is a long way away off.
I actually think that Jez is older than Elise.
He is.
He is. I know he's a year. He's 1 year younger than Elise. What was Elise doing at 21 years old? He was scoring goals in the Premier League for fun.
So there you go. Also got Tot saying we've got to think about the youth team as well, as we spoke on. UK Pat saying, knowing Parish, he'll probably put that 100 million into the stand.
I bet you they're still looking for planning permission for that damn thing. It's never going to get done. Well, it should have. I think when they scheduled it to start, it would be done end of next season if they started it on time, and they still haven't even put a single pickaxe in the ground. Like, it's meant to be done, but oh well.
We got big up Tristan, says top 10 incoming. Tots. Hopefully you see Joe Whitworth, Super Joe Whitworth in the main squad next season, especially after a great performance yesterday. Tristan says, in my opinion, Sunday is the biggest game for us this season, especially ending it on a real high. A bit more Raksak discussion there. League One Championship journeyman could be linked to Portsmouth for loan. Apparently Portsmouth won him in the summer, so we'll see. And Danikist saying just needs to go on Championship next season, which is where Portsmouth will be playing. So the place to watch out for that news is Transfer Weekend with JC.
Indeed. Before we go, guys. It is predictions playoff this weekend, which will be interesting, between Dave Asprey, who's a Forest fan, and Dan Turfmore, Dan Morehouse, who is a Burnley fan. Obviously, they both finished with 3 points. But don't forget, please chuck us your suggestions. So there is a 5-minute video that we did talking about the forfeits. So one, we need a forfeit for amongst the Eagle football crew. Ree needs a miracle. Then obviously amongst the community, OTC is doing it. He's a Chelsea fan, by the way, so if you want him to sing Arsenal, Tottenham songs, put that in the comment section as a suggestion. And obviously our guest, Dave, who is Nottingham Forest, and Dan, who's Burnley. So just continue to chuck us your suggestions. Apologies for not having updated one I'm doing right after the stream, and that'll be put out on Discord as well. And we'll probably mention it if we do a match reaction. I don't know, maybe Monday, not too sure. We'll mention the final tables as well. As I said earlier, well wishes to Dan, as he's expecting. Who uploaded that picture, by the way?
It was you. I saw you did it.
He tried it.
I big man. Let's not forget this was you at the start, like the halfway point of the season.
I love this picture because now I've gone from that to a big smile on my face. Roy Hodgson
is literally
that day.
do we need to bring up the stats sitting in the stand?
No, we're not talking about it no more. Okay.
Well,
No, but you've gone from miserable to hey.
I think one thing that we all need to say is that Parish speaks certain words, but maybe those words come with like a little bit of lag. Because is this actually happening now?
Maybe those were Texas words.
I reckon Parish got nippened.
He was a whole season too early. That's what the problem was.
All right, it's going to be a cracking day regardless on Sunday. I think it's going to give similar to vibes to like Nottingham Forest last season, where both teams were safe and it was just a party vibe.
It was just party.
SELHURST Park. You know, I think it's going to be the same this Sunday. So looking forward to it. Big up to.
Is it going to be sunny?
Come down.
That's
questionable.
Let's have a look. Yes.
The thing is, nothing beats a last day party atmosphere in the sun, does it?
Forest
it will be sunny,
weren't they?
It's saying it's highs of 21. It looks like it's going to be a nice day.
Yeah.
It's raining on Saturday when we're playing football.
Look forward to watching it.
It's going to be a cracking day. I'm going to give you the solo screen, Billy. Let everyone know where they can find you.
So just there is my Twitter handle at AVBilly and also the Total Screamers podcast. Thanks, lads, for having me. Really enjoyed it.
Nah, you're a legend.
See, Nicky, that's definitely.
Big man, you got it wrong more times than I did. Right? You're the original.
Yeah, I was the original, but Martin had it worse though. Martin had the worst one though.
Yeah, just before. Yeah, I this is why I'm worried. I hate the fact that it's gone quiet. I think it's. Yeah, I think Dougie's gone. Oh man. Anyway, let's try
lots of content coming out.
It's supposed to end on a positive note, Rich.
I know. Well, here's the positive. Lots of content coming out over across the weekend.
Here's another negative. I'm Operation Somerville. Like now they're winning.
Well, let me give you some positivity before we leave. 3 points on Sunday. Up the Palace. Yeah.